time, and now I started, some of my clients have been sending me stuff from people shut down the work. I need to know anything. So I'm not actually ready to message, because I never work with the work.
That's just your skills, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good skill set. I even know what I'm doing as well. Now when I'm shooting it, I shoot the edit rather than trying to...
Yeah, I was going to say, if you know
what you can do, I can't learn the shortcuts. This is now to stop the keyboard breaking. It's a pain in the arse going back and forth.
okay, your logic.
Of course, there's no bad
What does it take?
having a thing.
Double or triple?
Triples.
Yeah, I've got those as double A's too. Triple A's. 12 to 18
And then, so you say that's the current version of the mic here, and the mic is here. Physical keyboard, you can get
this one's
but if you get
more pro.
I mean, it's what?
So this one when I'm done, it's
in the old area.
So this one's got even better.
For many years though,
It's fine, I mean, it's not wrap around.
Say again? Is it? Okay.
Every time I say shoot, go around it.
And we can do this.
Oh, hello. Yes, I'm still here. So you don't have to point it directly, you can just leave it there and it's doing what it needs to do.
That's the whole point of an Omni microphone, is you don't actually need to, I can even do this if I want to, and it's still the same, roughly the same frequency response. There is a slight change, but
It's
I
more
can hold it like
a
this.
relaxed feeling, it feels, because you're not jamming it in the face as well.
Yeah, and this is where you get into the whole idea of what's the right microphone for the right situation. And you have to choose the right microphone for the right situation and what's going to work. Are you comfortable, holding that handheld microphone and taking the time to, at least hold it here? We've got a slight problem with the speakers, so that we can listen to it. There will be a slight problem. It will feed back at some point if I make it loud enough. But obviously, into your camera, you can turn this up as loud as you want, make it as sensitive as you want, and you can really just leave it there, and it will do a great job of picking up the sound.
Tuning out some really cool people, learning about audio.
Definitely you're going to be the expert now then.
I am. Just ask me anything you like.
What's the frequency?
I don't know. But I'm going to scan and find out.
Anyone else who want to have a go on this?
Fixed level output, so I can't change the output level. I have to go into the mixer, or I have to do whatever I need to do that, and so on. So it's good. It's good. It's simple and it's easy. And obviously you can build systems how you want them. Do I want, for example, you can get combo kits like you can with the other camera systems, where you get one of the lavalier transmitters and just a single camera top receiver, so you can have choice of two microphones. Unlike the AVX system, AVX is similar. This, I can pair multiple transmitters to this at the same time. I can't use them. I can only use one transmitter, one receiver at the same time. But when I turn off this transmitter and turn on the other transmitter that's paired to this, it's instantly connected. So you could have multiple devices. So it's as an entry-level system, it is dead simple, really, really simple. Especially on the side of the camera. I mean, we can do that later individually. Just we can plug this in the camera and have a play with it, but you literally just plug that into the normal slot. Off you go, you're good to go. That's the whole point. When we look at AVX, so let's look at AVX. We do that. So I'll turn this off, and we will do that. So that's gone off. That's plugged out. So AVX is slightly different. A big supply of equipment here. So here's the AVX system. This is the receiver system, and obviously it's nice and cute, nice and small, which is obviously smaller than the G3 system. And again, it's a very, very simple system to use. And I got battery. That's a good start. Yeah, go whatever way you want.
Okay.
Okay? And then here, that little loop, and all I do is just do that. Because one of the things you can do when you're wearing this is you can loop that around your button. It just keeps that cable safe. So you put that in, there, and then you do that around your button. Keeps it held, and then I'm roughly at that distance, and that's the microphone at the right distance. And obviously it's now cabled off, because obviously this is going to go under your clothes, down your back, officially. So it does give you a warning of what's going on. But so far, I don't know where it's gone now. Where's it gone? We're still green right now, which is great.
You hear camera bags.
Is it the camera bags?
That's just underneath us here.
That's who's underneath us, right? That's cool.
It's lighting down there.
Yeah. Let's just do that. He's cut off again. Yeah. But it's not bad. Not bad at all, actually. I'm impressed.
So in this environment, yeah, that's good.
That's
So anyone
not
else
bad. We want to make sure that whatever budget you're spending in, you are getting what is called the Sennheiser sound. We do have a reputation for that Sennheiser sound. And it is as clear as it can possibly be. And with as little background noise as possible, self-generated noise to the microphone. And that's the whole point. So yeah, okay, if you're spending, what, the MKH 8070, the long gun we've got is roughly 1,500 quid, I would say.
Yeah.
And obviously the MK 600 is 200, 300 quid. But if you are someone that's starting off, the MK 600 is shit hot. If you are the BBC, or if you are a filmmaker, if you're James Cameron and his sound crew, yeah, then you're going to go for something a little bit more. You pay for what you get at the end of the day. Okay, so that's some of them. Let me go on to the portfolio, because I want to get on to something else which is a little bit more interesting. It is the 360, so it's sound above, below, side, back, everything. This is a iOS only product because we worked with Apogee. Apogee is a manufacturer of audio interfaces, and they only make audio interfaces for Apple. So it's Lightning only, and no, you can't get a adapter to go to USB-C yet. So if Apple changed this year, we're screwed. I hope they don't change to USB-C. They have on the iPad. That could be interesting. Anyway, and the idea about this is it's binaural. So there's two microphones on the outside. It's a normal set of headphones. You can use them as normal set of headphones. But the microphones on the outside are doing the recording, and what it does is it understands what's called HRTF coding. And HRTF coding is what your brain does with your ears. So for example, your brain automatically knows that a sound is coming from the rear because your pinna, the flaps of skin on the side of your head, filter out certain frequencies. And your brain knows when those frequencies aren't present, the sound's behind you. It also knows the sound is coming from that direction because there's a delay from hitting this ear to hitting this ear. So it can figure out using delays and frequency filtering exactly where the sound is coming from. And that's exactly what these do. They understand that, they do the same thing. So I did a recording back in September last year. It was my daughter's first concert in kindergarten. And obviously my mother and father lived in Inverness. And for them to come over to Hanover just for a kindergarten concert is a bit of a wallop, because they've got to fly down to Heathrow and then fly across to Hanover, so a bit of a pain in the arse. So I stuck this on my daughter.
It is voice monitoring.
It makes life easy. I'll let my coffee cool down so I can drink it. Get my brain going.
So are you based in London, are you? Or?
I wish I'm based in Newbury. It's a great advantage about being it's just that you are sweet. We also have
It's sitting in my locker.
and we've done numerous support with
Yeah,
with the wet crystals.
yeah. It's a good store down in Bristol. Yeah, 'cause I live in Bristol, so yeah. Our head office is in Harlow, so we're not too far away from the Green. Yeah.
Is that equivalent to the main headquarters?
Yeah, the head office is quite office is in Harlow, yeah. So, but the global kind of like head office, if you like, is in Germany.
Yeah.
Do that way with the coffee. So they can
Remember Gary Bennett? Thanks very much. Gary Bennett?
It's been really, that's good stuff.
So, LinkedIn this morning. Yes, sir. Sure. It's got print.
I'm surprised we're here in a week.
Probably best to go down the Premier Pro route. The most cost effective is Apple's Final Cut Pro. Yes. But I don't know. Various inconsistent content sound. If that's really very interesting, that's you can do it. I don't know, there's various parts of that
Taking time, and now I started, some of my clients are sending me stuff and people share around the world. I need to do our own thing. So I know everybody's message, but I never worked with a lot.
That's just your skills, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good skill set. I even know what I'm doing as well. Now I'm shooting it. I shoot the edit rather than trying.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you know
You know what you can do. Yeah.